Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen October 2025 update. What's coming up this month? Well, actually, it's quite a lot. We've got the Day of the Vara, we've got CitizenCon, Alpha 4.3.2, various feature tests, load of ships probably coming out. But first, the winner of our RSI Apollo Triage giveaway from last month is Stormcleaver. Congratulations on that. We've got a new giveaway for this month of October. There are 5 ships we're giving away this time, each to a different winner. We've got a C8X Pisces, an Arrow, a 100i, a Sulan, and a Nomad, all with lifetime insurance and game packages. To be in for a chance of winning any of those, just comment on any of my videos made during October. 5 random commenters will be chosen, each winning one of those ships chosen at random. Today is the start of Star Citizen Halloween and the Day of the Vara. Starting October the 1st, expect the return of various Vara exclusives. Halloween masks being available in-game to find in various ways. New ship paints and assumedly ships to buy, including the Polaris. We've seen a skin for that. An Arena Commander mode where you can earn goodies, as well as community contests like the pumpkin carving contest. Technically, the Day of the Vara is celebrated on the 27th of October, but the celebration will be for the whole month. We'll have a more dedicated video on that when we have all of the information available. CitizenCon! This is the big thing happening this month. So this year it's a CitizenCon Direct, an around 2-hour, partly at least, pre-recorded live stream and presentation on the 11th of October, Saturday, 7 PM UTC. It's going to be available to watch on Twitch and YouTube. It'll be available to watch as a video afterwards as well. CitizenCon isn't a physical event this year. There are watch parties around the world that you can join in, get involved with, that CIG will have a presence at 2. I'm planning to go to one of these, the UK one at Leicester's National Space Centre, for example. This is a ticketed event, and I'll put some links below because they've got a few tickets left. Anyway, what do we know about what's happening at CitizenCon? Well, there's no Squadron 42 presence, but that doesn't mean there won't be any Vandal stuff. There have been suggestions and rumours about some Vandal ship updates, the Asperia version of the Vandal Stinger Heavy Fighter, which we saw most recently in the Squadron 42 Chapter 1 demo that they showed. What else are we going to see though? Well, they should show off some bits that are coming before the end of the year. There's going to be some surprises, potentially a new creature. I think they might unveil the Nyx system and go, look, we've got Nyx, and that's coming before the end of the year, maybe. They'll show a load of progress on stuff shown last year and towards 1.0. People really like ship stuff as well, and you can get yourself this digital goodies pack for Star Citizen now if you want. They've revealed one of the flight suits that you can get from it, but there's a load of stuff there. It's quite expensive. It's like $35. But the flight suit that they're showing off there looks to be, well, hinting at the Anvil Paladin going to be flyable at CitizenCon as well. There's going to be a load of outfits and gear that still need to be revealed for that digital goodies pack as well. Might be some other bits and bobs going on here, but expect to have a much more concise CitizenCon than we've had previously, and to be relatively wowed, but you're not getting a long Squadron 42 trailer / demo like we had last year or anything like that. Something that we think might be released at CitizenCon as well is the new Star Citizen Alpha 4.3.2 patch. The Evocati build of this was red-lit yesterday, and they're going to be trying again to put it out to Evocati today, if it hasn't gone out already. We don't 100% know it's planned to be live for CitizenCon. It's just, I think it's an assumption that is relatively likely to happen. Feature-wise, the patch has a new event related to the Fight for Pyro storyline. I actually think eventually this will lead to Nyx, but I very much think they're going to show off Nyx at CitizenCon and go, yeah, it's going to be in game later this year. That is my expectation. They are updating the art for the Badger, Bulldog, and Panther laser repeaters. There's going to be some new Wicklow ships, the A2 Hercules, the Ares Inferno Ion, and the Prowler utility with some upgraded components. There's some heavy battletech armor, 2 new hairstyles, AI FPS turrets that were pushed from the last patch, and a mission pickup on location. Now, there could be a load more stuff turning up here as well. You can expect balance updates, more fixes, more archetype updates, They've talked about more recently carrier and mothership gameplay that I actually thought was going to be in the last patch. This is the ability to rearm, repair and refuel a ship that's landed in like your Idris, for example. There's the Anvil Paladin. As I said, some other ships and vehicles could turn up at some point. We're supposed to be getting the Fleet Week ships and vehicles being available in in-game stores, which potentially could include the Idris. There's a load of other features that CIG have been working on recently as well. There's the new test group that's testing out the flight model updates at the moment. This is under quite a secure NDA, closed feedback. It's not an Evocati group. It is even more vetted. It is much smaller, and it is email-only feedback, closed feedback, so you can't even see what they're talking about. You're not allowed to discuss it. The NDA is very closed compared to the much more softened Evocati one, who in comparison are allowed to discuss what they're testing. There have been tech previews that have been testing out AI and NPC updates and Vulkan and graphics updates from the Squadron 42 branch that they're trying to bring into the persistent universe. Once that stuff goes live, and that should be pretty soon, potentially with Alpha 4.3.2 or during that cycle, then engineering will go on to the tech preview branch, and that's supposed to happen before the end of the year. I would assume that they will show off some of the updates to engineering at CitizenCon. So yeah, if you're trying to buy random stuff, then you've got the digital goodies pack, you've got the Anvil Paladin potentially, you've got the Asperia Stinger maybe, you've got the Halloween ships and skins, anything they sell for 4.3.2, anything else they reveal for CitizenCon. But you should be able to get all of that for the most part in-game, other than, I think, the digital goodies pack. Some other bits and bobs I think they'll show off at CitizenCon as well. Base building updates, crafting updates. We haven't heard much about hacking or bounty hunting recently, so potentially some of that stuff, and the new quantum experience. I also suspect they want to show off the new flight model, which is why they're testing it at the moment. Maybe some of the cooperative zone stuff, whatever that actually is going to be, and instanced dungeons and things like that. General coverage that you can expect this month from us, beyond covering all of what we just mentioned. We do have a Persistent Universe monthly report that should be in our hands real soon, which we'll cover in detail. We'll also be covering all the new features and patch notes from Alpha 4.3.2, from PTU to live. CitizenCon almost certainly will have multiple videos on that breaking down what was shown. Any roadmap updates, CIG shows like Inside Star Citizen Live, Behind the Ships. We'll check out the Spectrum forums and Reddit for any dev posts. Ships for tours and ship buyers guides, anything new, any new vehicles, all that sort of stuff, any new mechanics, we will take a look. Typically, there's a little bit of additional drama around this time of year as well, because there's obviously a load more hype around Star Citizen and CitizenCon. Any interesting articles and that sort of stuff we will be covering too. And I am also probably going to start to do org shoutouts, focusing on like patrons and channel members first, but with my news videos that I do every week. So I'll sort of shout out and talk about an org and go, maybe you want to join this org, here's a link to them. I am super excited for October. This is going to be some pretty awesome stuff at CitizenCon, and I'm hoping Alpha 4.3.2 is the most playable Star Citizen patch that we've ever had. That is my hope. I'm really interested to know what you think we're going to see at CitizenCon. What are you hoping to see? What are you expecting to see? Do you think Alpha 4.3.2 will be ready for CitizenCon? Is the Anvil Paladin gunship going to be released during that time as well? Boom! A giant thank you to my Patreons and channel members, people that have enjoyed pressing that join button under my videos. You really help the channel be able to make daily Star Citizen content over the last decade plus. Please consider joining them if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel. You'll get some exclusive content and giveaways and stuff like that. Something else that you should consider joining is NordVPN. Use the links below or go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer to get a massive discount, and you get better privacy, accessibility and security on the internet. It gives me some money as well. Oh, what's not to love?